Hello, and thank you for tuning into this week's Mayor's Update. As always, we have a lot of important information to share with you here this week, so please feel free to share this video with your friends, family, relatives, and anyone else you think might find this information helpful over the course of the coming week. We do have a little shorter of an update for you this week because we do have a lot of events planned for the next coming week, and quite honestly, between Christmas and New Year's, it's been a little quiet here in the city, but there's still, some things going on, so we figured we'd still keep these updates going. We want to remind people that the city's inauguration ceremony is going to take place on Thursday, January 6th at 6 p.m. in Perry Auditorium here at Gardner City Hall. Governor Baker will be joining us along with a couple other different public officials from across the Commonwealth. We'll have a justice from the Supreme Judicial Court of Massachusetts, Judge Mark Goldstein from the Gardner-Winchendon District Court, and of course all of our city councilors and school committee members as well, and a local legislative delegation. So if you are able to attend, that event is open to the public, and again, Thursday, January 6th at 6 p.m. in Perry Auditorium. All of us officials will be gathering on Monday, January 3rd, to take the oath of office in a lot smaller ceremony up in the City Council chambers here in Gardner City Hall. That is also open to the public, but space is limited to that one. So we want you to know that while you can attend on the 3rd if you wish to, there will be a lot more room available on January 6th. There are also a couple of events not associated with the city that are being done in conjunction with the inauguration. There will be a Mass done at Holy Rosary Church of Annunciation Parish on Wednesday, January 5th at 6 p.m. in the evening. And there will be a non-denominational prayer service on Tuesday, January 11th at 6 p.m. at Higher Ground Ministries for anyone who would like to attend those events as well. We let them know that while the city is not sponsoring those events, we will certainly share that information with the public in case you would like to attend. There were a couple of water main breaks this past week. Some of them were not actually the fault of the city, but the contractors who were working in the area, particularly the one that happened over on Timpani Boulevard next to Walmart. The contractors who were working on the new community health center site accidentally dug through the water line that was over there, so that did cause some water main issues in that part of the city. Those were repaired by our water department, as were the ones that we had this past week over on Airport Road and on Baker Street. The ones on Airport in Baker, we are still investigating the cause of. It looks like the pipes were just old on top of rocks, and as the pipes were shaking, as the pressurized water inside does cause the pipes to shake, it looks like the pipes just finally reached their breaking point. Both of those pipes were put in the 1940s, so it looks like just after a certain amount of time of wear and tear, they just gave way. So thank you very much to our water department for going out in the cold and freezing weathers, especially dealing with water and going to fix those. We really appreciate it. And as we continue to replace our water and utility lines here in the city of Gardner, hopefully we'll be able to stop the amount of water main breaks that have been happening. I understand how frustrating they are. Believe me, from all the calls we get too, it's just as frustrating for us here on our end. So luckily, we do have a lot more infrastructure money coming down the pipeline with the different state and federal programs that are being released. So hopefully we can continue our project of replacing all of our own lines so that we can get this to stop happening as often as it has been. The school department is having their second vaccination clinic on January 4th. That's a Tuesday at the Gardner Middle School. If you are a parent looking for more information on how your student can get vaccinated at the event, or parents can get vaccinated at that event as well, please contact the school department and speak to our nurse leader, Becky McCaffrey, and they will be able to get you all of the information on that as well. Commissioner Riley from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education will be joining us for that event over at Gardner Middle School as well. Just a reminder to everyone that per the city charter, January does look a little bit different for some of our public meetings. On Monday evening, the city council will meet to elect a council president. Every year, the council is required to elect a council president. While it has been the same person usually for the full 2 years, at sometimes it doesn't always have to be that way. So the city charter says on the first Monday of January in the evening, the council has to vote to see whether they decide who becomes the council president. On Tuesday, the next day, so January 4th, the school committee will also meet to reorganize to elect its vice chair, finance officer, and secretary. By the city charter, as mayor, I am the chair of the school committee, but the other positions are elected out of the members of the school committee themselves. That will take place on Tuesday. The reason we're saying that is normally the first Monday is city council, the second Monday is school committee. That does change in the month of January. The school committee adjusts their schedule because of how the charter is written on that one. So if you notice a difference in that, that's how you can access those meetings proceedings. Excuse me. Lastly, the Board of Health did vote this past week to issue a municipal buildings mask mandate. That is not a mask mandate for every place in the city. That means if you are in a city building, City Hall, the DPW, the police station, the fire station, the library, or any of our other public buildings, you are required to wear a mask here in the city of Gardner. However, that does not mean the other buildings are part of that mandate. They are still under the state's new mask advisory, which is strongly suggesting that residents wear a mask in an indoor setting. What that means is that masks will be required for all inaugural events here in City Hall for both January 3rd and January 6th. Or if you attend any meetings or go to visit the offices, you will be required to wear masks, and masks will be available in the offices for those who do not have them with them or forget them in their cars. As we said before, we are still seeing a rise in the number of cases here in Gardner, and we're trying to curb that trend. So please do not forget the best practices that we've had over the past 2 years. Wear a mask if you are indoors, social distance if you can, things of that nature. We want to make sure that that really does hit home for people, that this pandemic is still around us. And as we go into the new year, we don't want to have a third full year of having to deal with all of this. So please make sure you are taking this seriously as we do move forward. But I do want to end wishing you all a very happy and healthy new year. Certainly, we've had a lot of changes in the past year. If you look where we were last time at this year, we were planning on having the State of a City address with only 10 people in the council chambers and everyone else trying to figure out how we could live stream it, how we could get it on YouTube and GETV and all this other stuff. But now here we are planning in-person events again, which is great. And we want to see that trend continue. So very thankful for everyone who was patient through all of that. I know it wasn't the easiest dealing with all of the different regulations, the shutdowns and everything else that came as a result of it, but here we are at the end of another year, ready to move forward and just look forward to a brighter and stronger tomorrow. So thank you very much from myself and all of us here in City Hall, and Happy New Year. I'll see you all next year. Thank you.